about the Bedouin culture, the manners, especially in the ancient days. Some of these manners fading from our words. Then I will make the switch and speak about the people in these days. Then if you have questions before or after the music, I will answer that. You are my guests. I'm your host. Usually, we accept the guests by the word ahlan wa sahlan. You are welcome according to the manner of Abraham Avinu. You know that, the Prophet Abraham. When I mention the word Badawi in Arabic, I mean by that the man who found himself, the family, the people who found themselves in the open area. Open area, the desert. Desert, everybody know, a barren place, wide place, the lack of everything celebrated there. You can't say the lack of manufacturer thing, the lack of agriculture, the lack of trade. You can say the word the lack without end. But naturally that these people want to stay alive, want to survive. They're looking south and looking north. They don't find anything to support or to finance themselves except the animals. Due to that, we know why these people totally their life depend on animals. Animals like goats, sheep, camels, horses, donkeys, and dogs. Animals play a major role in the people's life. I don't exaggerate it if I say that the animals design the style of the life for the people. They enforce them to become a nomadic people, to move from place to other place. They don't willing to do that. But the conditions around them. Animals need food and need water. In the ancient days, the food of the animals in the open area, and the fields, and the water in the wells. You have all the time to move to arrive to these places. When you move, how we can ask you to live in a stable place like a house or like a cave? How we can ask you to dig a cave in the land and live in it? Impossible to do that. You all the time move. You have to maneuvering to find something to accommodate it with your lifestyle. The people come back to their animals, especially to the goats. Cut the hair of the goats, from that they wave their tents as we can see around us here. When they live in tents and they move all the time, they cannot do that individually. They need the group, the tribe. This is style of life suitable for the groups. But we have to think about the individual people who move alone in the open area. You cannot forbidden from them to move, to do that. They have interests. Some of them going to bring wheat from other countries, coffee, or other needs. These people, we have to find a solution for their plight. We don't have the lack of hotels, the lack of restaurants, the lack of shop. Enforce me as a man in the open area to substitute all these places for them. Due to that, all the tribes from the beginning generalize the special phenomena which we call the hospitality, the important factor, which all the tribe have to accept the strangers. We don't call them strangers, we call them guests. In order to do that, you have to divide the tent to two parts. The first section for your family, for your privacy. The second section in Arabic called shik. How to explain shik? A public place for everything. Everybody have the right to appeal into this place, to rest for a few times, to perfect himself, then to move to his way. But you have to be a good man when you sit in your tent. If you see the stranger passed by your tent, change your position, please. Stand up, approach to him, smile to him. Say hello, you are welcome, ahlan wa sahlan, you are my guest, enter please. After the man enter to the tent, please, don't ask him a question. It's the impolite thing you can do to the guest. Don't forget that this guest arrived to your tent from the open area. You don't know, maybe he days and nights without food and without water. Instead of investigating him or asking him questions, let him rest. Do for him something to support him, to respect him. The people choose to respect the guest from at the beginning by the coffee, from many reasons. The coffee is the expensive material in the tent. In the ancient days, to get the coffee, you have to travel to Yemen, a long distance, absent for a long time from the houses, enemies in your way, disease, hard atmosphere around you. You can add to all these plights the lack of cash, the lack of money, which force you to drag with you animals to exchange by the coffee. From that, the coffee gains its reputation between the tribes. The second thing, to do the coffee itself, it's a long and exhausted process. You have to let your guests to rest, to go out, gathering the woods, ignite the fire, then to sit beside the fire and the smoke to roast the grains of the coffee in this pan. After you roast them in this pan, you have to pass them to this grinder to grind them. After you grind them, you pass them to this black instrument in Arabic, this pot in Arabic called bakrash, to boil them in the fire. It's a long and exhausted process. It's not easy to do that. The guest waiting for you, and you can understand me. I have a curiosity. I need initial information, how I can get that information. When I take with the count as a Bedouin man, the suffering of the strangers, I have to do something to eliminate that suffering. In order to do that, the people develop a special symbols from the coffee to speak with one with the other. In order to do that, you have to serve your guests 3 cups of coffee. Each cup has its target. Let me see. The first cup, when I serve you, I'm test you. I'm as a host test you as a guest. If I serve you the first cup and you drink it, oh, I'm relaxed, I feel good. I know what she said to me. She said to me, friend, don't be worried. I don't have a special demands. By accident, I passed by your tent, you invite me, I'm answer your invitation. I want to drink something like any other body. To eat something, then I move to my way. Okay, I'm understand here. The second cup, it's my declaration to my guest. How? In the ancient days, the lack of authority to amplify the law, to protect me, enforce me to depend on my sword. I need my knife to protect myself. I live in the open area with wild animals, enemies around me. When I serve her the second cup, it's my declaration to her, friend, you are in a safe place, feel comfortable and rest. Now, one understand the other, I serve her the third one for fun. لحايم. To feel good. We have other option. Imagine the situation, the people quarrel like in any other place in the world, the human nature. They quarrel and fight around their interest. The lack of oil in the ancient days substituted by the pasture and the water resource, the well. Imagine if 2 tribes quarrel around the well. Naturally, the defeated tribe have to withdraw to other country. But to which place my enemy travel? How I can know? I don't have the television to listen the news, the newspaper to read about them, the telephone to ask about them. It's not enough. You can add to all these problems, plights, the lack of addresses in the tents. I don't know, as a guest, I don't know to whom this tent belongs. But imagine the situation when the man in the tent, the host, approached to accept me, he identified me that I belong to the enemy tribe. He has problem with me. How he do? To invite me or to send me out? In any way, he knows that I'm in need of help. I'm in a plight. He have to invite me. But he have to warning me. How to do that? How to warning me? He let me rest. Don't ask me question. Do for me coffee. And serve me the first cup which I said to the guest right. And he refrain, abstain from serve me the second cup. Look now, when he don't serve me the second cup, I know that he in a plight like me. Apologize to me. How he do that? As he said to me, friend, look, as a guest, I have to respect you and to help you. I can do both. But to protect you, I cannot. I belong to a tribe. I'm obedient to the laws of the tribe. I'm all the time looking south and north. I'm afraid unrestrained man from my tribe, from my group, arrive here and see you here and attack you and take revenge. The good solution now for both, that you leave without words. If the man put the cup and go to his way, excellent. I don't have problem with them. I have to keep that secret. Don't mention that to other members of the tribe. Maybe one of them follow him. But the other option, maybe the man shake the cup, make this sign. Usually the people use this sign when they need more coffee. But I'm warning him. Now this sign said to me, friend, I will leave. Help me. Help in the ancient days have only one meaning, food and water, and I have to supply them immediately by these materials. Then he moved to his way. Other option about the coffee. Imagine that I see a man, I'm invited him, I'm do for him coffee and serve him the 3 cups of coffee, okay? All the time we serve the guest a small portion of coffee in the cup, okay? It's expensive material and I want to offer that for the all the people. But now I have different situation. I'm see a man, I don't identify him, I'm invited him, I serve him the 3 cups of coffee, but after a while the man feel go drink water, eat something, and he starts to speak with me. He tell me his story. According to his story, I reveal that I have problem with this man. I lost the first opportunity. How I do now? How to warning him? To say to him, please, I have problem with you, go out. All the time I serve him a small portion of coffee. Now I will serve him a full cup of coffee. Each man, when you serve him a full cup of coffee, you know that, said him, friend, I don't know that before. But according to our story, I reveal that we have problem, or our tribes have problem together. The good solution now, do me a favor, leave the place. If the man put the cup and go to his way, excellent. The other option, if he drinks the coffee, and I have to look at him all the time. If he drinks the coffee without words, he enforced me by the handwriting law to supply them immediately. By the food and the water, then he moved to his way. And until now we stay with the coffee. Look to this grinder. We use it to grind the grains of the coffee. But what bad with that if we from time to time use it like a telephone? In the ancient days, each tribe have a leader. The leader responsible for everything, to settle a conflict with that tribe, to declare about conflict with that tribe, to move to other country, about everything. This leader in Arabic called Sheikh. The Sheikh sometimes have urgent things that he have to inform the other members of the tribe immediately by that news to save lives. In order to do that, how we have to do? To run behind them in the open area, it will take him months. He have to find something, and he find the grinder. Yeah, the nickname is Azam. Azam inviter, like telephone. How to do that? He have to choose a regular hour to do coffee. Just for instance, for example, 2 o'clock at midnight. You have to ignite the fire outside the tent and to give this grinder to work extra time. Each one around him, when you see 3 things, the tent belong to the leader, the fire outside the tent, and the grinder work extra time, you know that it's not time to do coffee, it's the declaration about emergency situation. The people in the closed area, instead of come to the tent, they come to running to the opposite side to call the people. In a few time, all the people gathering around that leader and listen to the new things. I said that the people totally in their life depend on the animals. Goat and sheep supplies the people by the milk and the milk product. When I say the word milk product, I mean by that the dried cheese, which the people dry it with much salt in it, they melt it in water and use it as a food. From the hair of the goats, they weave their tents. From the wool of the sheep, they make their clothes. From time to time, they slaughter from the kids, serve the family and the guests food. Camels like a big cars, the desert ship. Camels have a special ability to justify themselves to the hard conditions around them. They're able to help the people by that. They're able to suffering a long time without food and without water. The people use them like cars. In need, they put everything in the back of this camel and move to their ways. The people use the horses in fight between the tribes, in weddings, sometimes just for fun. The donkey for short distances and to bring the water from the well. And the dog is the best friend of the people, especially at night. He's watching around the tent. When he sees something strange, start barking until the man wake up and see what happened. In the last 4 decades, the people find themselves in different situations. Many factories, many cities, kibbutz and mushav around them, which offer to the people new places to work in them. New places, stable places, places with more income. I can lift my tent in this place and go every day to the factory or to the city to work and come back, which offer to the authority the suitable situation to exist in the South Israel, in the Negev, 7 villages. This village today populated more than 50% of the people, which give the authority from one hand the opportunity to invest in the infrastructure and the social services, to integrated schools, and to give the people the access to the modern medicines. From the other hand, the Bedouin people they have a school, send their children to the schools. At the beginning, the drop out from these schools so high, but slowly this is unimaginable. But slowly the situation became stable. And if I now come to evaluate the Bedouin society achievements, the good evidence about that, Ben Gurion University in Beersheba, more than 400 students studying there, gyne-free professions, gyne education, raising their awareness. The majority of them come back to their village to support and to help the people there. Other thing worth to mention about the people in South Israel, the daily contact with the Israeli society. The Israeli society clear to everybody considered our external society in every aspect of the life. If we visit one of the existing villages or the tribe, we can see the influence of the Western society, the Western culture in every aspect of the life. How the people educated their children according to the same system, how they design their houses, in the clothes itself, in every aspect of the life. And before the questions, let me rest for a few time, and my friend Muhammad will entertain us by his music. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Muhammad.
Okay. Okay. He will continue with you, polite people. I'm enjoying to be with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The same. Muhammad and Muhammad, the same. We are Bedouins. Later, maybe now, if you have questions, it's my pleasure to answer you the same things that my friends told you. I tell usually in the same. But if you have a question, any question about what he said, it's my pleasure to answer you before I play music. Okay? Questions? Maybe questions later about the music. Okay. Okay. We have a traditional, typical Bedouin instrument. Okay? It's called rabab. One string instrument with a bow. Yes? We call that rabab. Okay, but I have now the oud. We call that the oud because it's made of wood. You know the lute? Yes. Lute, yes? It's made of wood, 6 double strings, echo box. Okay, where is the pick? Close can. Okay. It's so thin that nothing can hold it. Only the bag. Okay. You know, Bedouins have music all the time. When they move from place to place, they have camel rider songs. When they ride the camel, we have camel rider songs. Typical traditional Bedouin songs. We need these songs to release the tension, to feel good in the large area. Sometimes it's a longing, you know, to remember the lover. Even the words say, "I don't forget you, my love." Even I write the name, your name, on my arm. Okay, in my heart, the same thing. And longing or love songs, camaraderie songs to describe the the area in a special songs, but with rhymes. You know, in Arabic, Arabic is a rich language. You can do whatever you want to say in rhymes. Okay, I will sing that, but till you ride the camel and find the steps. Okay, this is the sound of the oud. You know, we have a festival, oud festival in Jerusalem. and parts of this festival in Israel, part of them in Tel Aviv. Okay? Synchronization, introduction, to find the scale, the sound. That in the middle because hours to improvise words, to raise the memories, the everything around, so it's open to see. But we call that Hijani, camel rider songs. Typical traditional Bedouin songs. I researched the Bedouin music. As you see, I play from young in oud, but I have by education musicology in Hebrew University. I choose that not because my talent, only I need the means to how to record, preserve the traditional Bedouin music before it's gone, just gone. Okay. Yeah. So I have the thesis now for master. It's my secret. Last 3 years I do that. Maybe it took more and more, I don't know, but I enjoy that. I'm proud to do that, and now I'm proud to play to you the second song, wedding song, with this instrument called juron, but we call that the inviter. We grind the coffee to invite people from the desert. As a musician, I do that as a drum. Now, who is the good drummer? Or anyone who want to try that. Okay, just without any musical talents. We have the feeling that, to be a volunteer, okay? Just do your rhythm, I follow you with my melody, okay? We don't have volunteers?
Well, one of you musicians, let's go.
Come on.
Not only musicians, anyone to try that. Look, 1, 2, 3, and shake. Bum, bum, dum,
Shake, go ahead.
dum, dum. So easy. Good, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm proud of you. So